Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Ernest Durham, and I'm the president and the CEO of the Durham Corporation. We are a 39-year-old hair care products company. We are a black hair care products company, which means we sell black hair care products. And we inspire our customers as well as the black community to keep our dollars circulating in our communities. And we also inspire you to have intentional spending. In other words, intend where your dollars are going to be spent. You have to be intentional with your spending, brothers and sisters, if we're going to help each other in these uncertain times. We can't just continue to just give our money away to any and everybody. We have to intend that our dollars are going to be productive when we give them out. Now, what we want to talk about today is something that's in the news, and that's the coronavirus. Now, to prevent the spread of the so-called coronavirus, brothers and sisters, many Americans have been laid off from their jobs or just let go, and the unemployment rate in the United States is predicted to go up to about 30% in the second quarter of this year because of the shutdowns to prevent social contact. And you all have all heard of social distancing. So a lot of jobs have been closed up because of that. They don't want to get other people affected, okay? So the experts, brothers and sisters, are predicting that America will lose about $2.5 trillion in income during that quarter. And in the 4 weeks leading up to April 11th, brothers and sisters, the number of unemployment claims have passed 22 million. These are people who had jobs and now they're unemployed, brothers and sisters, about 22 million Americans. And according to the Economic Policy Institute, that means that roughly about 9.2 million American workers lost their health insurance, brothers and sisters, during these times. Because America, remember, America ties their workers' access to health insurance to their jobs. So in other words, if you have a job, you have health insurance. And that's the only way you can have health insurance with a lot of jobs, is that you have to be working for that company. So what I want you to understand, brothers and sisters, is that with the unity that we're building for a better future America, it will include not only income, brothers and sisters, but medical, homes, cars, education, and everything else that we need. We don't have to lack anything if we work together, is what I'm saying. Think about what I just said. Medical, income, homes, cars, education, and everything else that you need. A lot of these black children, young men and women are complaining about student loans. You don't have to deal with that. If we have the unity, we don't have to deal with that, brothers and sisters. We can hire our own educators to educate our children. And you've got a lot of college professors, black college professors that are teaching out there in universities that would be glad to come and work for a private institution like we'll have set up, as well as trade schools. So we'll be self-contained, but all we need to do is the first thing first, brothers and sisters, and that's unite and start pooling our money together and working together through this recreating Black Wall Street model that we're going to talk about a little later in this presentation. So our government is reported to have started programs to provide $2 trillion in financial aid, brothers and sisters. And this aid is for the Americans who are laid off. And this aid is to offset some of their lost income. See, and the idea for this is to quickly start circulating money, just like we're encouraging you to do in the recreating Black Wall Street model. The country even knows about circulating money. That's how to get the economy back up and running, by circulating money. And that's the same thing that we've been talking about on these broadcasts. Circulating our money, not spending it, but circulating it among ourselves. And that way we can all prosper. And it doesn't take a lot of money. It takes consistency, circulating money on a regular basis, brothers and sisters. And that's how our program is set up. Our employment opportunity is set up. For you to get paid, you have to circulate the price of a bottle of product over and over and over. And through the system that we've set up, you can continue to receive sales commissions every month. That will take care of your income. And we'll have enough overflow to take care of those other things that I mentioned, like the medical insurance and the education and everything else that you need. Homes, cars, or whatever. Then although nearly 80 million Americans who need it most, brothers and sisters, they've received their money through direct deposit. And many others are still waiting and wondering if they're ever going to even receive it at all. Because it's been very slow for a lot of people. So we'll just wait and see what happens with that. But in the meantime, we have to keep our agenda going forward. And that's to recreate Black Wall Street. See, this is why the idea of recreating Black Wall Street, that model, is so important for us right now, brothers and sisters, because it'll put us in a better position in America when all of this is over. This is not going to last forever, brothers and sisters, but I don't think things are going to ever go back to the way they used to be. But when it is over, when the smoke clears, brothers and sisters, we will be in a better position in this country than we were at first. Now, keep in mind, in every so-called depression, brothers and sisters, all down through history, there are those who get rich and those who remain poor. And these uncertain times in America is the perfect time, brothers and sisters. It's the perfect time for us to take advantage of a very unique opportunity that has been given to us. We have a very unique opportunity right now where everybody's running around scattered, uncertain about what their future is going to be. We're certain. All we have to do is act on what God has given us. Just act on it. Buy one bottle of product, sell 2 bottles. That's all you have to do. He's given me the system. And it will circulate the money to us over and over and over. So you've got to become the lifeline for your family and friends, is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. So tell them about this employment opportunity. Because like I've said, we can hire just about everybody in this country because all they're doing is buying 1 bottle of product and they're selling 2 bottles. So in essence, everybody who works for this company will be buying 1 bottle of product. Even those 2 people that you're going to sell your product to, they're still buying a bottle of product, 1 bottle each. You bought 1 from your sponsor or your salesperson, your distributor, and now you become the distributor who's selling 2 other people their product. So everybody who buys 1 bottle of this product can be financially secure. So allow the Durham Corporation to set you up in your own small startup business, is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, as distributors of my hair care products first. Well, all you have to do, like I said, is buy 1 bottle from your same distributor and sell 2 bottles twice a month to your same 2 customers over and over to receive $1,500 in sales commissions, brothers and sisters, every month. Or you have the choice to receive $500 in about 1/3 of the time that it takes for you to receive the $1,500. And many of our employees are electing to do that because they can receive the $500 faster. And we can do the same with the $500 that you can do with the $1,500. You'll just get it sooner, and I can move you all on to the next level of what we're doing. So the Durham Corporation, brothers and sisters, is giving you the opportunity to become wealthy during this recession. Because as soon as everyone has their customers involved, I'm going to put you in what I call the Millionaires Club. That's the next level, brothers and sisters. See, the Millionaires Club is where you can receive $10,000 at a time. Not necessarily $1 million, because that would take too long because of the amount of money that we're dealing with to start. But you can go from the $500 or $1,500 a month to $10,000. And we can keep increasing it, brothers and sisters, because all we have to do is increase the amount of product that you all buy the next time around. And that increases your sales commission. So get started is what I'm saying. I've got it all figured out. All you all need to do is get in, come in, and let me set you up in your own small startup business and get your friends and relatives involved. People that you care about. People who are reliable. People who will sell one bottle of product also. So when you receive the 10,000, brothers and sisters, it'll be easier than it would to receive 500 or 1,500. It's easier to receive the 10,000 because remember, to receive the 500 or the 1,500, you've got to get your 2 customers. But when you start receiving 10,000, well, you already have your 2 customers. And 99% of the work is going around looking for your 2 reliable customers. Well, you already have them. So to receive 10,000, we're just increasing the amount of product that you buy and the amount that you sell. Okay. Now, I'm inspired by Black Wall Street, the Black Wall Street of the 1920s, brothers and sisters. And you all have all heard of Black Wall Street, I'm sure. We talk about it enough on this program. In fact, that's the name of this program, Recreating Black Wall Street, because it's the perfect model for what our people need today. Black Wall Street taught us not only unity and working together, brothers and sisters, but that unity allows us to survive as a race of people. And my research has revealed to me that we as black people in America generate over $1.2 trillion in spending power. That's annually, brothers and sisters. $1.2 trillion in spending power. We have that much spending power among ourselves. And I'm talking about black Americans, not black people all over the world. Just in America. And this makes us the 12th richest economy in the world. In other words, when I say the 12th richest, that means there are only 11 countries out of this whole world that has more spending power than black people in America. And that's something to be proud of, because that means that it's going to be a lot easier to get ourselves out of the conditions that we've been forced to live in this country. And that I'm speaking about the average black person in this country. I'm not talking about the entertainers and the athletes and the successful business people. I'm not talking about them, but the average black person who's living in deplorable conditions. These are the ones that we're looking at. So God is definitely good, is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, because we are the 12th largest economy in the world. So He's good. God is good to us. We just have to know how to direct our money now so it benefits us and not everybody else who moves into our neighborhood and opens up stores. They've all become very wealthy from us, brothers and sisters, because we have the spending power to make them rich. So now let's get involved in a scenario that will make us rich and give us and our families the things that we deserve. Now, my research has also shown me that Hispanics circulate their money on an average of 6 to 8 times before it leaves their communities, brothers and sisters, and this is what it's all about. It's about circulating your money. It's not about spending your money and now it's gone. You take it to somebody else's store, you spend it, and now your money's gone. It's not about that. But this is what we've been doing because we're consumers. So we buy. We make other people rich. We don't circulate our money among each other. But with this scenario that I'm talking about, it forces us to circulate our money. Because that's how this program works. You circulate the money, and therefore I'm able to keep paying you all monthly sales commission because we circulate the price of a bottle of product. Okay, so Hispanics circulate their money 6 to 8 times before it leaves their community, brothers and sisters. Whites circulate their money 8 to 12 times. Asians and Arabs circulate their money 13 to 14 times. Now the lifespan of the Jewish dollar circulates 18 times before it leaves their community. And the lifespan of the black dollar, brothers and sisters, is about 6 hours. Think about this now. And that's basically because we don't have black owned and operated businesses in our neighborhoods. Not a lot of them anyway. We have the beauty salons and the barber shops and the soul food restaurants and barbecue houses. But the things that businesses that really make the money, brothers and sisters, typically we don't have those in our neighborhoods. But with what I'm talking about, the unity that I'm speaking about, we can have all of that. And not only that, we can have our own communities. Once we get together, brothers and sisters, we can build our own cities. That puts an end to all the discrimination and police brutality, because now everybody in that city looks like us. But it takes unity. And I want to start it off. This whole scenario will start off with everybody buying one bottle and selling 2 bottles on a regular basis to circulate money between ourselves. So with $1.2 trillion in spending power, brothers and sisters, and we're the 12th largest economy in the entire world, you have to ask yourself, why is the average black person in America still poor? And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, brothers and sisters, because the lifespan of our black dollar is only 6 hours before it leaves the community. That's why. That's your answer. So if I'm able to help you understand, brothers and sisters, the importance of buying from and selling to each other, then our dollar will continue to circulate. It'll continue to circulate in our communities, brothers and sisters, at least 8 to 12 times, which will in turn strengthen our position in America as far as racism, discrimination, and police brutality is concerned. Because it's been proven, brothers and sisters, that no one cares about poor people. And as long as we remain poor, you're going to be discriminated against, because nobody cares. Not even poor white people. That's why they allow them to live on the street, homeless. Nobody cares about poor people. So let's don't point the finger and put the blame on other people, brothers and sisters, because like I said, we as black Americans, with $1.2 trillion worth of spending power, we're the only black people in the world, brothers and sisters, that has the economic strength to change our conditions from rich to poor, from poor to rich. We have the economic strength to change our conditions from poverty to wealth, brothers and sisters. But it's up to you to elect to do that. You have to have enough. You have to say, I've had enough of this, because we have an alternative. We're not like a lot of other countries, Africa and the Caribbean, where they don't have the economic strength that we have. They have to deal the hand that's been dealt, but they have to play the hand that's been dealt them in a lot of cases. And I know you've got some people that, they squeeze through the line and get over the hurdle that's been put up there to keep them, to hold them back. But we collectively, brothers and sisters, can do just about anything that we want to do. If you think about all the countries in the world, and there are only 11 that has the economic strength that we have, we can do anything we want to do. And I've mentioned on other broadcasts, and if you want to go back and listen to some of my earlier broadcasts, I mentioned those countries that we have more power than, more economic strength than. Every country in Africa, there are 54 countries in Africa, brothers and sisters, and none of them has the economic strength that we have. And all the countries in the Caribbean, and the black people in Australia, they do not have the economic spending power that black Americans have. And there are a lot of European countries that can't come near us. So I'm going to tell you the ones that do have more spending power than us, but it's not that much is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. They've got a few dollars more than us. And these are big European countries that I'm talking about. So, like I said, we can all start by allowing the Durham Corporation to set you up in your own small startup business that you can work from home, brothers and sisters. All right, so they got the social distancing. They got you staying in the house. Well, you don't need to go out for this. Pick up the phone and call friends and relatives who need something at this time. They're shutting everything down. The unemployment rate is going through the ceiling. And even that little stimulus package that they're talking about giving $1,200 a month. What are you going to do with that? Who can live off of that? So we've got to do something for ourselves. So, like I said, you can work from home and you're only going to be working 2 days a month. I need you to sell your product and buy your product every other week, twice a month. You don't need to work any more than that to do what we have planned. So, the most important thing, though, brothers and sisters, and keep this in mind, the most important thing to becoming financially free through the Durham Corporation is finding 2 good, reliable customers to sell your bottles of our hair care products to. Reliable, that's the key word. Not a relative, not a friend that you want to see prosper, that you're going to put in and pay the money for them. We want people who are going to sell the product. And it's not a lot to do. All you're doing is buying 1 bottle and selling 2 bottles. That's all you need to do. So get reliable people who'll do this. And they're going to sell their products for $30 a bottle. You're going to pay your $30 for a large 16-ounce bottle of our product. And we have a variety of products, brothers and sisters. And you're going to pay an $11 shipping charge. So if you're selling to 2 people, that's $5.50 each added onto their $30. That's your $11 shipping charge. And when you collect that money, I'll send the product to you and they can come and pick the product up from you. And those 2 people are also going to sell 2 bottles to 2 reliable people. In fact, everybody's going to do the same thing. It's a cookie cutter operation, brothers and sisters. Nobody's going to do anything different. Collect $35.50 from 2 people. And when you send that in along with the employment application, I will send you the 2 bottles of product and you distribute among your 2 people, your 2 customers, and they can do the same thing that you did. They've already bought it from you. So now they have to sell or collect from 2 people to sell a bottle to each one of them. And we'll do that over and over and over twice a month, brothers and sisters, to continue to receive your sales commission. Be it $500 to start with or $1,500, and then move to the next level to receive $10,000. Okay. Now, another thing I want you all to understand while I'm giving these instructions, if the 2 bottles are shipped to you to distribute to your 2 customers, there's an $11 shipping cost. If the products are shipped to 2 different addresses, like you may have a customer in another state or another city, well then I've got to ship the product to that person. But it's going to be an $11 charge to ship it to that person, and an $11 charge to ship it to any other address that you want the second bottle shipped to. So let's keep that in mind. So you can ship 2 bottles for $11, or you can ship 1 bottle for $11. But the $11 is the cost of the shipping. Now, another good thing I want you all to understand is that this distributorship that you're is not just limited. That's what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. It's not just limited to 1 check. If you have 1 check coming in and you decide you want a second check, then get me 2 more customers. Go out and sell to 2 additional people, and we'll run them through the system just like your first 2 customers. And now you'll have an additional check coming every month from those 2 people. Okay. So we won't limit you as to how much income you can make with this company. And another thing I want you all to understand is that, like I said before, we can hire everybody in America to sell 1 bottle of product to 2 people. So unemployment will be a thing of the past. There won't be any such thing as unemployment. That'll be an outdated thing, brothers and sisters. That concept won't even be a reality anymore once people get a hold of this concept that we're talking about. And it's so easy to do too. We can hire just about everybody in America to buy one bottle of product and sell two bottles. And another thing is that we have products for all hair types. So if you get some other people, Spanish people or Caucasians or Asians who want to get involved in what we're doing, we have products for them also. So let's keep that in mind. Now let's see how Black Americans spend their money, brothers and sisters, and where we rank in the world as far as spending power and economic wealth is concerned. Black Americans, and you all have heard me say this, we spend over $500 billion annually on hair care products, brothers and sisters, and I'm in the hair care products business. So this is where our money is going to come from, out of this $500 billion annually. So it's easy to make you a millionaire. Once we get the unity, once you get your customers lined up, it's easy to make you a millionaire. So let's deal with the first thing first. Let's get these customers lined up to receive your $500 or your $1,500. Let's do that first. Then we'll get into these large amounts of money that I want to pay you all for participating with me. So we spend over $500 billion annually on hair care products, and that's about 9 times more than non-blacks, brothers and sisters. This is why this huge market is ours, because we have the spending power. We're the ones who spend money on black hair care products, because we have the type of hair that we want to change. Okay. Now the hair weave industry generates another $9 billion annually too. Keep that in mind. So we're spending a lot of money on our hair is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. Now every year Black Americans spend about $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on alcohol, beer, and cigarettes, $600 million on fast food, and over $1 billion on Timberlands. So this is just where some of our money is going, just to give you an idea. We buy 43% of the cell phones in America, brothers and sisters, 23% of the televisions, 21% of the radios, 18% of the internet, and we buy more designer purses and clothes than any other race, brothers and sisters. And even though we are only about 14% of America's population, it's been reported that we commit 63% of the crime in America, and 37% of black men are incarcerated. But we have the economic strength to change that. Even though I'm throwing these figures out at you, we can change it, brothers and sisters. And I hope it does put a fire up under you to know that this needs to be changed. It's a small amount of us here, but we make up a huge percentage of the crime. We all know that's not totally true, but they're incarcerated nonetheless, is what I'm saying. But we can have something prepared for them when they get out, so they won't keep going back in. All they need is jobs. All they need is a way to support their families, buy the things they want. This industry belongs to them too. So reach out to them, share this with them also. So it's not that we don't have the money, brothers and sisters. Think about this. It's not that we don't have the money. We have the money. Our problem is that we give it to other people. We make them rich, while many of us have been living in poverty, lack, and want, brothers and sisters, while we're making other people rich. And I'm not saying we're not supposed to be a blessing to other people. That's why the black man is on this planet. We are supposed to be a blessing to everybody. But it's foolish not to bless yourself. That's all I'm saying. Black people in America has the 12th largest economy in the world, and the other 11 countries that have more spending power than us are Russia, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Italy, France, the United Kingdom, Germany, Japan, China, and the United States. Now, we're part of the United States, but we're a country within a country, brothers and sisters, because I just named the countries that have more spending power than us. Now, every other country out there that I did name don't generate as much economic wealth as black Americans do. So we're in front of them. We are a country within a country. Out of America's wealth, which is $20 trillion, Black Americans take $1.2 trillion out of that. And that makes us the 12th largest country in the world, or the 12th most powerful group of people in the world with the most spending power. Let's put it like that, because we haven't formed ourselves as a country yet. But we have the spending power of countries, brothers and sisters. We have more spending power than most countries. That's the point I'm trying to get across. So now that we know how much money we're worth, brothers and sisters, as opposed to all the other countries in the world, what are we going to do with this knowledge? Are we going to use it to control our own destiny, brothers and sisters, or are we going to continue to live in poverty and keep complaining about what's happening to us? We're big complainers. We're all on the internet talking about what people are doing to us. But I'm saying we have the economic strength to do something about it. We don't have to keep complaining. It's time for us to wake up and start controlling our spending power, is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, by buying from and selling to each other. And putting our money and our votes behind the candidates who will speak up for us in Washington. Right now, we don't have anybody to speak up for us. Yeah, they make campaign promises when they first, when they're trying to get our votes to go into office. But just like your dollar, you have to stand guard over your vote too, brothers and sisters, as well as your dollar. You can't just throw your votes out to anybody that comes along, just like your money. You can't do that. If we're going to survive as a race of people and move forward in the future and provide something for our children, we've got to be more responsible. With the power that God has blessed us with, we have to be more responsible, is what I'm saying. So Black America is the richest black nation on earth, brothers and sisters, but because of brainwashing and self-hate, and that all comes from slavery, I understand that's a residue from slavery that hasn't been quite erased from all of us yet. Some of us are still dealing with that, I understand that. But because of this, we haven't been able to get ourselves out of the deplorable living conditions that many of us have been faced to live in. We still got ghettos, brothers and sisters. So we all know what's been done to us. So now it's time to start working together in unity, brothers and sisters, and do something about it. Otherwise, these things are just going to continue to happen. So what I'm asking you to do is join me in my efforts to recreate the prosperous economy that we once had as a race of proud black people, brothers and sisters. And that's accomplished by us, once again, buying from and selling to each other.